Hey guys, today is Monday, August 29th. Today in math, we are going to finish up lesson 3 and make sure we understand that. So if we're good with that today, we're going to kind of move on to lesson 4 today. We may not. Just kind of depends on how we understand all that. So we'll go ahead and kind of introduce lesson 4, talking about creating and interpreting histograms. So a histogram is a specific type of graph, bar graph, and you see how they're connected, okay? So regular bar graph is kind of spread apart. Histogram is together, okay? See how the bars, they share a side in here, and even that's here, even though you've got a gap here, it's still a histogram, okay? It's just the data is 0 at that point, but it's still part of the information. So number 1. Match histograms A through E, A, B, C, D, E, and to dot plots 1 through 5, which is over here. Okay. So that each match represents the same data set. Okay. So let's just go ahead and find A. Okay. So whichever method you use, that's fine. That's fine. I just want you to make sure that you vet every one of them. Make sure that you match every one of them. Okay. So what I'm going to do. I'm going to do D. Pretty simple here, okay? So you see the data is mainly focused through 20 through 50 here in the histogram. Well, all I gotta do is find one up here that matches that same data point that starts at 20 and goes to 50. You see it's highly concentrated right in the middle. So boom, right there. So even though the data is 250, that's a limit. So we're going to say D matches 2, okay? So you see how it starts at 20? There's only one of them starts at 20, and that's 2 right there, okay? And so the data kind of spreads out. See how the data is thin here on probably less than 2, maybe 1 or 2 here, probably 1, I guess, through from 35 to 50. So 35, 42, 48. So there's your data right there. So this D goes with 2. We'll do one more, okay? Let's go with A. Pretty easy. Starts at 5, ends at 30. Data starts at 5 right here, ends at 30. Okay, starts at 5. So that's what we're looking for. Something that starts at 5. That doesn't start at 5. That one starts at 5. And the data is heavy here. It stops at about 30. Boom, that's it. Because see, this doesn't start at 5, that one doesn't start at 5, and that one doesn't start at 5. So only data point, the only dot plot that starts at 5 is number 3. Okay, so A is 3. Okay, so I did a couple of them for you there. Make sure you understand that as we're going through the process today, as we're going through this lesson today. If we get to it to a point today, we may get to it tomorrow. Just like I said, depends on how we understand it. So let's make sure we're asking questions and doing what we need to do to get our best understanding, okay?